Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to introduce 10 best countries to work remotely around the world. Whether you love working from home alongside your dog or never-ending Zoom meetings, one simple fact is true. The world is experiencing a remote work revolution, as many remote workers have sat in their kitchens, bedrooms and home offices working from computers. Quite a few have thought about upgrading their surroundings to something a little more exciting. After all, there's plenty of Wi-Fi to go around in a Spanish beach house. So you have decided to change working from your comfortable hometown for a new exciting locale with electricity and high-speed internet, of course. Where in the world should you go? If you are stuck spinning in a globe or throwing darts at a map, you may want to check out the list of remote work destinations that has been recently released. The ranked list, which includes over 100 nations, assigns scores to countries based on weather, cost of living, health or safety, and a few more categories. Here are the top 10 countries on the list and a brief look at why they are ideal places to work remotely. The first one is in this list, Portugal. For those who are currently suffering through the grey slush and bitter wind of the winter, the colorful country of Portugal may sound pretty appealing. If Portugal has been on your mind when thinking about where to work, from your instincts are backed by the hard data collected. Coming in at number 1 on the list, Portugal has a perfect final score of 100 out of 100. The nation's political stability, excellent weather, and the high percentage of English-speaking locals are for the country's spot at the top of the list. Less excitingly, but equally important, is the fact that Portugal offers a digital nomad visa for remote workers who want to get out and see the world while still maintaining their source of income. The second in the list is Spain. Portugal's next-door neighbor, Spain, holds the number 2 spot on the list. Anyone who's experienced a slow internet when trying to work remotely knows the importance of a strong connection, and Spain's great high-speed internet infrastructure will ensure that you don't find yourself frozen mid-sentence on a video conference. Similar to Portugal, the Spanish government provides visas to remote workers, so you won't have to smuggle your stapler and folders of important spreadsheets across the border. Remote workers who spend some time in Spain can get work done during the day and immerse themselves in Spanish culture, cuisine and history the evening and weekends. Take a break from work while you are in Spain. Try some tapas or visit Granada, and there might be many other places and resort areas that you can enjoy yourself being in Spain. Well, the third country in the list is Romania. Romania, through the mention of its name, may bring to mind images of vampires skulking through castles. It is also a great place to live and work remotely. Of course, if castles are your thing, you can find plenty of those there in your spare time. Romania may be a better remote work destination for people who prefer to settle into traditional life in a small village, and its score is mainly because of the availability of high quality internet service and also a low cost of living, as well as budget-friendly long-term apartment rentals. You can start off by checking out the famous region of Transylvania, but you might also enjoy a hidden gem of Brasov that are so beautiful. The fourth country in the list is Mauritius. Coming in at a final score of 90, Mauritius isn't far behind Romania. Located off the coast of Madagascar, this island nation is known for its fantastic beaches, good food, and opportunities for adventure. The categories in which it scores highest on the list are travel, health, safety, and weather, though it has a lower score in the social life category. If you prefer sitting on a beach and scuba diving or visiting art museums and theaters, Mauritius might be just the best place for you. The good news is that the official language of island nation of Mauritius is English, all right? With its 16 islands altogether, has long worn the tag of honeymoon island, but while it is perfect for a romantic beach getaway, it is also just as exciting as an action-packed vacation, a cultural and historical hotspot, a foodie destination, or best of all, really a mixed bunch sort of trip or residency where you can enjoy a little of everything. Japan is the fifth country in the list. Japan is tied with Mauritius at a final score of 90. Converse to Mauritius' low social life score, the category is Japan's highest, owing mostly to the country's large number of cultural destinations like theaters and galleries and going out spots like bars and clubs, etc. Japan is famous for the role it plays in the tech industry, and that's reflected in Japan's remote work score, which is determined based on internet speed and availability of remote work visas and also co-working spaces. While Japan does not offer a remote work visa, the country does have the fastest internet of any country in the top 10. With this in mind, Japan's score of 76 in the category of remote work is among the highest in the entire list. While Tokyo is the most popular destination for travelers visiting Japan, you can also see the country's fascinating star sand beach that are one of the most beautiful places to visit. The sixth country in the list is Malta. Malta only behind Japan by 1 point in total score 89. Malta sits comfortably in the top 10. The Mediterranean country ranks highly because of its health, safety, and remote work scores. Though the prospect of working remotely is exciting and fun, it is worth noting that many have the freedom to do so as a direct result of an ongoing global pandemic. That said, Malta is a safe place to live or visit according to criteria of political stability and also the possibility of less violence and car accidents, air pollution, etc. When you factor in Malta's low COVID rate, the country seems like a perfect place for a safe and healthy remote work location. As far as remote work is going, Malta recently established a year-long nomad residency permit aimed at bringing remote workers to the country for some productivity balance with rest and relaxation. Malta's natural beauty and interesting architecture will certainly help with the latter. The nomad residence permit enables holders to retain their current employment based in another country whilst legally residing in Malta. The permit is open to individuals who can work remotely and independent of location using telecommunications technologies. Malta already hosts and welcomes digital nomads from the EU. This community of entrepreneurial expats make the most of Malta's island vibes, a nomad lifestyle, businesses, networking opportunities, and cultural experiences. The nomad residence permit is open to individuals from third countries who would normally but not necessarily require visa to travel to Malta. Malta is also a favorite location for retiree, which bodes well for remote workers who are often looking for the same things in a destination. Seventh country in the list is Costa Rica. Costa Rica is the first entry on the list that is located in Americas, with some of the best balance across the 6 core categories of the list. Costa Rica is a great option for remote workers who value all of the different rating categories equally. The Central American countries' proximity to the United States also makes it an easy-to-reach destination for remote workers from the US. Famous for its rainforest and spectacular wildlife, Costa Rica is perfect for photographers and people who like to be surrounded by natural beauty. Eighth country in the list is Panama. Costa Rica's southern neighbor is also a great place to settle into a new tropical work life. Similar to other countries that made it to the top 10, Panama offers a visa for remote workers. Its 2 highest scores are for weather and travel, meaning that you may want to check out if your goal is to escape the winter blues. Its central location and business-friendly policies mean that workers involved in international trade will feel right at home while there. If you need to pop over to another country for some good old-fashioned in-person networking, there are plenty of flights in and out of the Central American nation. Panama City is an urban playground, a modern city famed by the Pacific Ocean and a man-made Panama Canal, where you can spend some of those hard-earned remote work dollars. Ninth country in this list is Czechia, the Czech Republic. Czechia, also known as the Czech Republic, is yet another solid choice for remote workers. Though the weather isn't quite as sunny as many other locations on the list, Czechia makes up for it with balanced scores in the other categories. With high ratings in political stability and social equality and low numbers for traffic deaths and air pollution, this European nation is a place where you can work and play comfortably without feeling like you need to be looking over your shoulder. Its capital, Prague, is a vibrant city that is full to the brim with beautiful architecture, fantastic history, and cool art scene. When the clock strikes 5 while you are working in Prague, migrate to a coffee shop or restaurant and try out some incredible Czech cuisine. 10 in this list is Germany. Though Germany is the last country on this list, it's worth noting that it did score higher than 101 compared to other locations. At a final score of 83, Germany's most notable category is social life, in which it received a perfect 100. The category breakdown highlights Germany's large portion of English speakers and high ratios of theaters, museums, restaurants, and clubs to residents. Whether you prefer traipsing through the hills in Lederhausen or exploring the city streets for cultural and dining opportunities, you're sure to find something outstanding while working remotely from Germany. While moving abroad to work remotely for a few months or years satisfies many people's wanderlust, others are looking to make a more permanent change by retiring in another country. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it helps you on your new job adventure. You can also subscribe to my other channels too. IELTS Partner channel, which is mainly for teaching of English tips and tricks in IELTS and TOEFL exams, and Zero Emission channel, which is related to most recent concerns for climate change, sustainability, and climate action. This is Amarza Tawakkoli for Persia Global. May God bless you abundantly on your life's journey. See you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.